Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Mary Sky Read video blog. I'm Mary Sky. Sorry I'm in my jammies this morning. I'm kind of royally pissed off at a couple of issues going on. So I'll tell you what's going on first. So this morning I was told to get Chloe up at 6 o'clock. She's really bitchy this morning. Must be her fucking period or something, because she went and told me to get her up at 6, even though she went to bed at like 1:30. So she didn't get enough sleep. And so this morning I get her up at 6. She goes back to sleep till 6:30, 6:35. And, then she's been on the rag ever since. I mean, literally won't let me get a word edgewise. And so she jumps in the shower. And lo and behold, she gets out of the shower and she's trying to get ready to go get taco makings. Now, one of the things I was going to do is I was going to send her with my debit card wherever it went, because I told her to pick me up a bottle of cognac. Well, because I was going to slow drink it over the week. Fortunately, that didn't happen because she's got to leave on a 2 o'clock ferry because of a problem that she had, and she started, getting kind of violent towards herself as usual, I'm just trying to find out where my debit card when it went missing, it seems. Oh, well, I can always request a new one. It's not that big a deal, New debit card won't cost that much. Just $15. But you know how it is. I'm still looking real quick. So, anyways, this morning, Chloe got mad, started hurting herself. And I finally just said, "Why are you doing that?" She said, "Well, I have to." All because of, no, these aren't for boon boons. All because of small issues, And anyways, while I'm trying to find my debit card, I'll talk to you guys for a minute. So, so she hurt herself. She kept whacking her head, and getting mad and then saying things like, "I must support a rapist" and stuff. And honestly, I don't support a rapist, all right? Literally, I do not. Fortunately, she thinks I do. That's far from the truth, So, she wants to say everything is negative towards her, and it's not negative towards her. I mean, I was complaining this morning about a school thing that happened to me, One of the things that happened to me was, here's my receipt, my debit card is missing, and my wallet too, so I don't know where my wallet is. So without my debit card, can't have everything, right? So I'm still looking, by the way. So what happened was she turned around this morning and said, whacked herself. And I finally said, "Why are you doing this?" And she said, "Well, I'm angry at myself." Now, I don't mind if you're angry at yourself, but you shouldn't go and whack yourself because of it. I mean, literally. All because she's thinking, with her dumb head, and the way I say dumb head is because she's like, "Oh, I got to get my makeup on and I got to paint my eyebrows on and, stuff like that." And all it is the eyebrows. And so the bottom line was she was getting kind of cranky because her, she got out of the shower and it's not drying, And to me, I'm like, I have people that turn around, and they're like, the most beautiful woman inside and out, some that don't wear makeup, and I just told her, who cares, if, so you turn the fan on high, turn the fan on low, which I got to check the fan speed. Weird. Weirdest thing in the world. My billfold went missing. Usually I keep them in my purse, but to not have it on the table is really a stinker, you know? I thought it was over here, but I don't see it. It didn't fall, so anyways, so that's what happened this morning. You know, she was just snippy with me. So I figured I'd get up this morning, get these spreadsheets done. Then I can go straight to schooling because, well, it needs to be done. But the problem is where is my debit card? I had my debit card. Now my debit card went missing. Same goes with my billfold. Ugh. So, anyways, I'll do what I can spreadsheet wise. I'm not going to force myself to do many. I do want to watch my show, but right now I'm pissed because I can't find, my debit card. Oh, here's my debit card. I'll just have Chloe find my billfold, and then my debit card will go back in there. So, there you go. So, anyways, I just want to share that with you all, It was just a snippety snip moment this morning. So, anyways, yeah, so that was one of the gripes I had this morning. And I talked to my cousin-in-law last night for wee hours in the morning, till she went to bed. Had a nice chat with Gail. I told Gail, Gail wanted me to call, so I called Gail and I said, Gail, why? And we won't go into detail. Gail's a nice person. She just thought, things needed to be different, And me, I really don't care. I will say this morning, I went to um, what do you call it? I went to I can't even think this morning. Tired. I got schooling to do. So I told my family what was going on, and again, they're just like, don't worry about it, don't dwell on it. You're going to kill yourself if you dwell. So I'm not going to dwell on anything. But this morning, like I said, she's basically, her face ain't drying her hair. She ran outside to cool herself down, and, Chloe, and I'm just like, ugh. I mean, some people sit there and say, well, my family and I talked about politics last night. She, um, the thing is, um, so we just talked, and we enjoyed our discussion, and she was really great. She was just like, told me to do this and do that and not worry, about things. But I was just really out of it this morning. I was watching things, and then on top of all of it, I was oh shit. I didn't do what I think I did this morning again, did I? Oh fuck. Here we go. Got to open up another tab because I fucked up this morning. See, I'm not even with it. I'm tired. But anyways, I'm supposed to stay up all day for schooling, so I figured I would um, get it done. So here we go. Got to get this fixed again. Back to the fucking drawing board, they say, because I fucked up. It kind of stinks, but you know what? I'll deal with it because that's who I am. So I just want to thank you all for tuning in this morning. So like I said, I've had a bad morning, because to me, I've had a bad morning, and I have enough um, enough. Um, oh yes. Well, I had a brain fart, so excuse me if I'm talking circles. Everyone apparently annoys her.
Actually, you just like the stuff you brought up in the beginning video, you're just going back to it.
Well, sorry. It's my channel anyways, and no one's around. So reiterating, it's fine. I do have an update for you guys on stimulus bills this morning. Apparently, Steven Mnuchin said this morning that he's hoping that they can pass something bipartisan support to help the American people. Again, he's basically doing whatever he wants to say to get his boss reelected. Fortunately, like I said, we're not going into politics. I saw the report this morning. I know where it's going, and the Democrats aren't going to budge, or the Republicans. Apparently, Ted Cruz. There's a couple of rumors going around that Donald Trump's trying to get him to be the next SCOTUS, Supreme Court of the U.S. Associate Justice, I think it's called, in Supreme Court. And to me, I think that is fucking literally ludicrous, that you, there we go. I'll fix this in no time now. That it's just fucking ludicrous, and to me, I don't think Cruz wants it. He wants fucking bitch too much anyways about fucking, what's going on, So I was like, whatever, To me, I thought it was just too fucking funny, But we're not going into politics this morning, all right? I'm just giving you the news. So he turned around and he stated that he wanted, again, bipartisan support for them to come together. Now, frankly, I will tell you what else the report said on Steven Mnuchin. That was a better read than most shithole things this morning in the newspaper, right? And this came from a good source that's not any of the mainstream media, which I cross-checked anyways for fact-checking. And as I said before, I'm not really into fact-checking. I had to fact-check a couple things this morning because I was, let's just say, trying to figure out what's going on, and because, I haven't been following the news lately because, frankly, it's given me, as Gail said, a lot of heart trouble, and could cause me to have a heart attack, which between politics, religion, and Chloe, I'll end up with a heart attack one way or other. So the best course of action was to leave it alone, So anyway, so what happened was, out of love for you all, I figured, I would tell you what's going on. So Steven Mnuchin basically said, we shouldn't focus on worrying about the deficit. We need to come together. Well, that's because, he's trying to buy the votes, just like the Democrats are. But the problem with the Democrats, and this isn't going to be a political post, I'm just giving you my opinion, okay, and then I'm letting it go, is the Democrats are turning around and not even offering anything. They're basically, putting their foot in the mud and saying, no, unless you give us $1 trillion for this and $1 trillion for that and $1 trillion for this or whatever. Oh, well, So Mitch McConnell hasn't said anything. They're supposed to bring up something about horse racing, supposedly. No one knows. I, for one, don't think it's a good idea, but what the hell, right? So anyway, so basically what happened was she turned around, and they're not talking, Schumer and the thing. But I had to fact check on a couple things, which was very disgusting, okay? So over the weekend, some officers in Compton, California got shot, apparently in the head. Some thugs, they're saying Antifa, which I can't cross-check it. It's just coming from various sources. but every other source I've read, both the president and Biden has condoned violence. Now, I agree with Biden, not Biden. I agree with Trump. Okay, he says we need stronger laws against um, uh, deaths of officers. Now, if the officers die, yeah, but if they can't find the people, that's a different story. Because he can't find them, so it could be a cold case for years, and the guy might have gotten away with murder, 1 or 2 counts of murder, which is wrong. But the other thing I disagree with, and I had to cross-check this morning, was someone was saying guns will be taken away. No. He wants to do a 10-year, 20-year, 50-year assault weapons ban, which if you look at the definition of an assault weapon, it is basically anything that has more than 6 rounds semi-automatic, which means you can pull the trigger fast enough. Now, a revolver could be used as an assault weapon too, because it is 5 or 6 shots, or 10 if you have 22 or whatever. So they could ban those too. So the definition of an assault weapon would be all these. But black powder, they could definition that as an assault weapon due to the fact that it shoots 1 shot and etc. So you got to look at the definition. But we're in dark times right now, and everyone is slandering everyone else in the mud. And I wanted to say, for the record, I have a few things to say that's going to be, well, pretty good in my opinion on today's discussion, which is the they're each slinging mud, and with like 50 or 49 days till the election, I really don't want to deal with the election shit. That's why I'm trying to avoid the news, but I saw something come up on Google, my news feed in my phone this morning. I was watching TV, and Little House. I love that show. So far, I'm on episode 5, season 3, and I gotta tell you, it's really good. And it brings out the things. I've been trying to teach Chloe some moral values and then not get angry, but again, good luck on that, right? So, anyways, let's not,
Are you done talking about me?
if I bring you up, I'm bringing you up.
Beating a dead horse.
Now you're tearing me down again. I got yelled at this morning many times, so she doesn't realize tearing down people and ripping them a new one. So, anyways, one of the things I wanted to say about this whole, Donald Trump's answer to what do you call it? Or I have a brain fart because of Chloe this morning. Just wish she would just stay on her phone and, he said, well,
That's exactly what APS wants you to do.
what? They tell you to go glued to your damn phone? Come on, I'm trying to talk about politics here for a minute. Would you just stay out of my video? So basically, he was talking.
Fine, I will, but it's just.
So, anyways, Donald Trump turned around. See, I'm really bitchy this morning. Anyways, Donald Trump turned around and said law has to be enforced, okay? Whatever thing, he wants to be tough on law, right? Yet, at the same time, Chloe, I'm going to bring her up again, is royally pissed off the neighbor, quote unquote, because the neighbor raped her. And yet, she got away with it. And so, to me, I don't believe in the fucking justice system. So, to me, that is something that makes me disgusted, all right? And so, she likes to throw it back in my face all the time that, I must be in love with a rapist. Unfortunately, the problem is the justice system doesn't fucking work anymore. So, that's something I wanted to share before I went on. So, to me, in my opinion, I think there's 2 types of justice systems in this world. For the rich and for the poor. And if you're poor, you go to jail. If you're rich, you can buy your way out because you have money. That's fact. Plain and simple. Even my father-in-law said this one. But here's the kicker. There's two systems for everything. For the rich and for the poor. Plain and simple. And I was thinking about something disgusting this morning again, and that is, another thing I wanted to say was, on the thing is what disgusted me this morning is I saw a report where a son of a bitch got fucking pardoned by Donald Trump, and now he's spewing shit that every fucking Democrat basically should be locked up in jail. Roger Stones said that the guy that's got the fucking full tattoo of Richard Milhouse Nixon on his back, who said, we need to lock up every fucking Antifa. We need to lock up every Democrat. We need to lock up everyone. I mean, he's basically sticking his head up so far up Donald Trump's ass, it ain't funny. And I've read it. It made me disgusted this morning while I was taking a shit. Thank God I was taking a shit this morning, because that's where the shit has to go in the toilet. So, anyways, let me spell this right so I don't look like a douchebag this morning. So I'm in a good mood, for the most part. Just tired. Got my Pepsi over there. Got my rabbits. So I'm sorry, Chloe wants to tear me down. It's fine. She wants to do it on video. It's normal. I just been whipped a new asshole this morning, and we look at it. But I've been whipped worse than this, and the problem is again, I just don't like being told shh or other things. I mean, literally. I mean, to me, I don't really give two shits about makeup. Okay.
Why do you bring
Playing
this
it up
stuff about me every single video?
And
is it because of Lori Timblin inspires you to do it?
Well, if you keep bringing up the APS lady, we're gonna have some problems. You have to bring her up in legal name. Everyone now can go track her down. So you want her to get killed because you hate the bitch?
Well, who's gonna do something like that?
You already threatened to put a brick through the grocery store this morning.
Well, who's gonna go after an APS agent?
I don't know. Someone might have a grudge because you're angry as hell. I hear you every other day wanting to kill the bitch. Anyways.
Anything of that sort.
Oh, really? I've heard you even say you want to throw a brick through the grocery store window.
That's a brick. That's not killing anyone.
Well, you threaten to kill other people.
Unless the windows are actually people who are transformed into a window. I'm going to need a dip soon. I mean, literally, she doesn't need to call out the APS lady on my channel. The APS lady already watches my channel. Because of the whole thing with those men in black that visited us Mosey Hole. Yeah. So. Does she work with them?
Who knows if she works for him? It's a crime, basically, to make threats against the commander-in-chief.
Well, she claims she was a federal agent.
No, she isn't. She's just a fucking person that you're losing your mind. I mean, literally, this is the shit I got to go through every day. If it isn't fucking about the grocery store, what she's got to call lawyers and everything else. That's her job. I'm staying out of it. I just don't like being whipped a new asshole every time I turn around trying to help. I mean, literally, what I was trying to say, is makeup doesn't matter. Literally, fucking doesn't matter to me. And frankly, I think Chloe needs about 3 more hours of sleep, and she might be on a good side.
Just wasn't drying off quickly.
So I think Chloe could use about 3 more hours of sleep, and she might be actually pleasant instead of being a fucking bitch. Literally, 5 hours of sleep, I'd be fucking dead with that little sleep. I've been having problems anyways. So, anyways, you guys are wondering about stimulus checks, like I said. So, Steve Mnuchin basically said that the Senate shouldn't dwell on the amount of money we need to save the country. Fortunately, they already made the decision. They're bucking up against Donald Trump, and that's fact. Because if they really wanted to save the president's ass, they would have fucking passed something and basically said, "Look, we're helping the people." Instead, the new report came out today that said they're worried about two things: the housing numbers, because the housing numbers is stable because of the eviction moratorium. They're not giving a shit. And two, the jobs number. So unless every job in America fails, I mean, literally. I saw another report today that was classic, and that was airlines are failing and cruise lines. And United and Delta are cutting corners again, which means they're furloughing a lot of people, which means the job market's going to take a shit. And the reason I say that is because I was looking over the numbers of the GDP and the economics. Not many people are shopping right now. They don't have any money to part. So if we go into the third quarter, which is the end of the month, and the jobs numbers are down, and sales are down, and GPD is down, then we're slipping into a depression because they can't get out of it. I mean, literally. I've said it myself. It is the freeloading bums that don't want to go to work. Plain and simple. If they wanted to go to work, we wouldn't be in this mess. But they don't want to go to work. And some can't go back to work because their jobs are not tied up. So, So the stimulus update is they're all back to work right now. Rumor has it there might be Joe. Rumor has it, that they might bring out another stimulus bill, but it's not going to be our stimulus packs. It ain't going to be piecemeal. They want it piecemeal, How are you doing, Joe? So that's something I thought I'd share with you all. So anyways, I got a lot of work to do today, and when I'm done, I'm going to have to read my school book, take a nap, get prepared for the lesson today. I think it's 3:00, maybe. I don't remember. So, anyways, I wanted to share that with you all. You guys, like I said, so they're thinking, that something might happen, but everyone's saying that Donald Trump could do an executive order. I think it's bullshit. Again, me and Gail were talking about that last night, and we both agreed it's bullshit. He would have done it by now. I mean, literally. And on top of that, Gail was really, really pissed this morning. Last night, I should say, about these fucking idiotic Trump cards worshiping Trump, basically, and they're not wearing a mask. I'm sorry to say, but the CDC put in guidelines, and the states have to follow it. And if the states aren't following it, wouldn't hurt me any if everyone around got the coronavirus. I really don't care. Because, these people are not taking it seriously, And the other thing is one of the reports I read was unless stimulus checks are given and an actual true 100% vaccine is given, then you're thinking, I don't know how to say this without sounding like a douchebag. They're thinking that the American people we're going to see more layoffs and furloughs because of it. And so it's a complicated issue. Literally, look at it from the one side. Airlines is saying, without another bailout for us, we're finished. Well, that's fine. Let them. I mean, look what's going on. If you look at the Great Depression, which I'm studying, and everything else, the banks are slowly failing. Banks are talking about failures. Airlines are failing. Cruise industry is failing. Literally, they're failing. And Walmart, 95% of them are doing layaway this year. They're failing. Amazon's the only one that keeps fucking doing the shit they're doing. Literally. Now, Amazon's saying that they're going to take another I don't know if it's 100,000 seasonal workers or permanent, but Amazon has all these ideas of revolutionizing all the failed malls and making them Walmart distribution centers for warehouses. So yeah, that's what I meant, Amazon. And point is, it's corporate greed, And so what we're watching right now is a volatile stock market. Now, everyone is thinking because the stock market is fine, and this is the Republicans and they're assholes, that everything's going to be fine and we're just going to be fine. We're not. Warren Buffett has said, prepare for a bubble. And when it does, we're hitting rock bottom in a depression. And I was just watching a video today about supply and demand on supplies, and the supplies aren't fucking good. And I'll explain what I'm talking about. So, for example, some companies can't compete with main companies. For example, one of my favorite hobbies. Let's talk about my favorite hobby, which is fly fishing. One of my favorites, besides watching Little House on the Prairie. Okay. The government is super inflating these prices. And because they're super inflating the prices, what's happening is the American people are seeing a lot of products go to China. And, Donald Trump says, oh, well, I'll bring everything back. No, you won't. Now Biden said he's going to punish anyone that buys anything foreign. So if a company, say Sage, for example, Sage Fly Fishing, and they have a subsidiary in China that they own called Reddington. And let's just say owns it, right? Hypothetical. And they're minding their own business, right? And lo and behold, they would be the ones being taxed. But Reddington is a cheaper lifetime warranty brand over in China, right? So what happens? So the American people say, well, I'll try this. This might be a good brand. Fortunately, it doesn't work. And so what happens? Well, what happens is they ship their product overseas for cheaper. So while jobs are being lost over here and everyone thinks, if we bring our jobs back, it'll be fine. The companies made the decision to shaft the company, right? So they're like, well, we don't need to pay union leaders. We don't want to pay Social Security, taxes. I'm wealthy enough. I'm just moving my molds and everything I need over to other companies, or other countries. So, for example, Hardee's used to make English fly gear, reels, and fly rods and flies. Now, I don't know where the flies are made now. I don't want anyone to quote me because I'm not looking, okay? Now, when it comes to flies, that is something I don't know anything about, all right? So here's the kicker. Hardee's moved their rod division over to South Korea. It says made in Korea. And people are throwing a fit. Well, they're pretty good. They're equivalent to American made or English made. They're built with tough guidelines, but a lot of people are bitching. Just like someone's bitching that their Ford truck's American, yet their say Nissan Nissan or Datsun's made in Japan. So what? It's a Japanese car. I don't care. It's comparing a Jaguar to a Porsche or a Jaguar against Rolls Royce. No competition. I like Rolls's, by the way. So when it comes to the pricing, what happens? Well, the economy is taking a shit. And because of it, airlines are failing, right? If they can't basically get business going, right, and get another bailout, they fail. I'll let them fail. I'm not flying. I don't give a shit about flying. Some people say, well, I'm cold-hearted. I'm not. You see, Flying is the age of the past. We're going into a depression. Our superpower status is going down the shitter. Plain and simple. We're going to be going down the shitter like the dodo bird. Why do I say that? Well, every fucking motherfucker in the country probably has about $75,000 to $500,000 debt per person, with the debt ratio the way it is. So each person, I can always look up the debt clock. It'll tell us exactly. A person like me and Chloe might not have any fucking debt ourselves, but if you look at the debt clock, each person in America, they say we owe X amount of dollars. And into, whatever. Oh, yeah. Look at him. Give her a kiss. Give her a kiss, Moppy. So, basically, you see what I'm saying? So, the economy takes a shit, which is going to happen. There's no doubt about it. They can't get this thing stabilized. And that's where Warren Buffett says we're really failing. We don't have everyone hunkered down. They all want to go partying, get drunk, not wear masks. Colleges are being affected. Gail turned around and told me that there's school children where she is at. I think she said like 75 people in her area got, as children went back to school, I think it was something like that, got sick. That tells you right there that they can't contain this. If they fucking did it, the reason is they don't want the fucking stock market to crash. But there's over 150,000 personal jobs out there, not personal jobs, private businesses that failed. Why'd they fail? Because these motherfuckers was relying on the government too much and couldn't hold out. And no one can. You can't hold out indefinitely. That's why when you read the news says, well, the stimulus checks might come after the election. Fine by me, I don't care. On top of that, another thing that's disgusting me is going through my Google News feed and finding out there's a whole bunch of shitheads suing the government. State suing the governments for this reason or that. I mean, literally, to me, I don't care. What I care about is getting through the next 6 months in one piece. That's why I was trying to send Chloe out to go get taco makings today, because we want tacos, fortunately. And that brings us to the other problem, the ferry system. They're losing riderships. They're going to probably cut 1 or 2 down, maybe even 3 ferries down. Right now they're talking about cutting the ferry fleet in half temporarily. I mean, I just saw a report today that the world's airlines are putting their air fleet into storage in the giant warehouses where they can store them indefinite or until the pandemic's over, because they're losing people. No one has the money to travel. If the stock market is doing good, and yet the stock market is not Main Street, it's Wall Street. So Wall Street's doing better. Main Street's taking a shit. Main Street has not much fire to give for, So the American people need to realize that right now you need to focus not on fucking politics here. Anyone wants to fucking focus on politics? Well, this ain't the channel for you. When I speak about politics, I speak about it embedded in the reports I'm reading. And if anyone basically does not like the reports I'm reading, well, tough shit. I'm basically stating from what I understand, and I don't sugarcoat anything. So, my family told me not to dwell on this. They're right. I, of course, I'm worried about you all preparing. That's the thing. We have to prepare. I mean, you don't need to fake. You don't need to waste money either. Wasting money only makes you look like a fucking douchebag. Literally. It's like Chloe today was talking about. I told her I wanted her to go to the other store because she forgot to pick up Jack Daniel's honey. She says, well, would wine work? Well, I'm tired of wine. Plain and simple. I'm actually tired of alcohol in general. I just figured, a bottle wouldn't be too bad for medicinal purposes. Frankly, I don't really need it, but that's just me. So I don't really care, So I thought I would joke with you on that, you know. So I just thought I would share that with you all, you know. We all have to hold together and not be in either a Republican or Democratic camp right now. Now, a lot of people have asked me why the fuck I hate both parties. I'll tell you why. Because I see a lot of people suffering in this country, and not one of those fucking motherfuckers can come together right now, right before the election, to fucking bring us together. Instead, they're dividing the fucking country. And another thing is I'm tired of, you know, doing these videos. Literally, I am. I was telling that to Gail. I'd rather not be doing these stimulus videos or anything. See, when I get into stimulus videos, I also get into, and I was pointed this out last night about, you know, politics, because frankly, it goes along side by side. You know, only thing I'm saying is reiterating what I'm hearing. I mean, you know, however, I do think Roger Stone needs to be fucking jailed. That motherfucker shouldn't have been got out. You know, in my opinion, jail the bastard. Guy's got a fucking Nixon tattoo on his back. Must be insane, literally. Now, I did tell Gail, Gail enjoyed my company last night on the phone, and I told her the reason Donald Trump's really worried about losing the fucking election is the Democratic Party will put him in an orange jumper with his family, and that's that. Everyone knows it. I mean, it's not fucking, even a blind man can see it, you know. As General Patton would say, even a blind man can see it, Beetle. Or it wasn't Beetle, it was a Brad. Bradley, yeah. Brad, even a blind man can see it. And honestly, it's the truth. Even a stinking blind man can see it. I mean, literally, we're in a thing where I only can tell you to go out and vote. I can't tell you how to vote, who to vote for, nothing. But, you know, I've seen many stimulus check updates, and I was explaining this to Gail last night, that the majority, silent majority that I've seen online everywhere I go demands their money. And they'll sell their country up for money. And frankly, that's how I see it, but that's just my opinion. That's all I can say, you know? And so it's a big, big, wild world we live in. And in my opinion, it looks like shit. Plain as fucking day. And that's why I came to you today, you know, to tell you that we have to prepare for the collapse. The collapse is going to happen. When it does, you better be prepared. I don't want to see any of you left behind, because, you know, we're going backwards. I mean, if airlines go out of business, right? And I'll explain why the airlines are truly going out of business. They're asking for capital gains, you know, money to bail it out. But then when they get the bailouts, the fucking CEOs of these airlines turn around and cut themselves a check for who knows how much money, and then gives the rest out. I mean, it's free money to them. They could put $100 million in their own bank account and say, "Woo, doggy, look what I got." And to me, sick. Like I said, if we really want to make this country work, then we need to pull ourselves together and not be combative towards the people. When the people keep fighting, then we lost our country. And that's something I want to say too. We've lost our fucking country. because look what we're getting at. We're going into a pandemic that can't be controlled. Other countries are doing great. Our country is doing shit. Because of the pandemic, no one's traveling. No one has the money to travel. Now the airlines, the cruise liners want bailouts. I don't support bailouts. They can bail out the countries around the country. They can't bail out the American people who are suffering. And we have a problem. They'll bail out airlines, but they won't bail it out. And I'll tell you again why they're not bailing out the airline, the people, because they're basically everything off of jobs and the fact that they don't want to pay any more money to the damn Republicans. Republicans want everything the way it is. I don't see it gonna ever happen. What I see, the shit's gonna hit the fan, one way or another. And you're either preparing for it, because look, there's not enough money. They're basically bankrolling on it, and I think it's sick. But they're bankrolling and not giving any more money. I started this channel for personal issues, but it's gotten out of hand. I used to enjoy talking about whatever, when hubby was around or whatever. And then, like today, a damn shitstorm, literally a damn fucking shitstorm. All because one person thinks, oh, I talk negative. This is how I express myself at times. I got to deal with her on a daily basis. I got to deal with other people on a daily basis. I got to deal with politics on a daily basis. I don't deal with politics anymore. But I'm telling you now, you better prepare yourself. Shit will hit the fan. And if you're not prepared, then may God have mercy on your soul, because it's going to get bad one way or another. I mean, literally. And let me redo the whole thing why I think Roger Stone should be in jail, okay? Before I get questions of my own opinions. Roger Stone should be in jail because he's an asshole. 2 is Roger Stone should be in jail because he says that if anyone contests the election, then they should be jailed. I'm sorry, but that's fucking suppressing the people, including the politicians. When you suppress the Democrats, you're becoming a fucking dictator. And another thing, the Constitution only allows for 2 terms. It was put into place by 2/3 the states, and signed by Truman. So, in my fucking opinion, Donald Trump ain't getting a fucking 3rd term. And you know what? We don't need. Now, like I said, I'm not going to buy all this fucking malarkey. As my cousin-in-law said, I shouldn't be dwelling on any of this crap because it's bad for my health. That is the truth. I just want to live life in peace. I don't want, when and if when and if there is a stimulus check, you guys will be the first to know about it. Fortunately, it'll be too late at times, So, I, on the other hand, don't like it at all. That's the thing. And like I said, I had a nice chat with Gail last night. We talked about. She asked me some questions about things, and she's like, "That's what I like about you, So, my opinion, we just gotta fucking deal with what we get dealt with, you know. My cousin-in-law said the reason she hasn't been on YouTube lately is she's tired of the politics. Literally, that's why she doesn't want politics. He says it'd be better if we didn't fucking focus on politics or stimulus checks. Because, you know, I don't need to dwell and dig up new stimulus check updates. Stimulus checks, as I told Gail, is dead. They're not going to issue it now. Then they're not going to issue it later. You all want fucking stimulus? Well, keep at it. I'm tired of listening to the bastards in the country saying they want to vote a man out because they didn't get a fucking stimulus. Well, you want to basically bitch about it, so be it. I don't care. Your choice to vote. Your choice not to vote. Police Gail made one statement that was great. She said it doesn't matter who you vote for as long as you vote. And that's a fact. At least you get your word out there. I liked Gail's answer. That was like the best advice in the whole world, you know? And with the economy taking a shit, it's a matter of time before it collapses. I want you all to prepare yourself. No one sees what I'm seeing. I'm seeing country. I see the entire country failing. And not a damn thing you guys can do about it because you didn't prepare. I see bloodshed in the streets when the economy crashes. I see the Black Lives Matter groups killing people for their food, their clothing, their cars, their houses. I see, on top of just what I see in the economy, no one's buying anything. Airlines aren't traveling. Cruise lines are having trouble. I even read a report where the Alaskan ferry systems had to cut corners again, or what they call the Alaska Waterway Highway. Cut corners. So you ask yourself, do you want to see this shit hit the fan? Stock market is overplayed and everything is by supply and demand. We wouldn't be in this fucking mess if we didn't have the prices the way they are. Sorry, any of you that didn't prepare. This is not the time to bicker about politics. This is about preparing. I told my cousin I worry about the future, not about politics, about what's going to happen. That is going to happen to America as a whole. That's what I'm worried about the most. My family doesn't realize this. like I said last night, the executive order to save the housing condition was only there to slow it down. It wasn't there. Now you got Democrats, Republican people. I'm talking about property owners, management company owners. They're sitting there. What are they doing? I'll tell you. They're turning around. And they are suing the federal government to kick these people out because they didn't pay the rent. They decided, well, their jobs are gone. Some just said, oh, well, I don't want to pay rent. I'm unsubsidized. I'm going to buy goodies and food and whatever else. Hurting the American people. So while you sit there, management companies should. Plain and simple. You want to do it? Let them do it. But their story is, well, we need jobs. And there's no jobs right now. Jobs are going overseas. Jobs are doing this. Jobs are doing that. I personally think it sucks. That's what I think. I think it fucking sucks. But they all want to sit there and say, well, if we don't get our money, we're voting them out. Well, we can't decide who's going to vote for who. We can only decide for ourselves. That's the truth. Puppy! Knock it off. The neighbor's kid coming downstairs this morning. They're usually night owls. Oh well, can't complain, right? Nope. So, anyways, the point is, had a good morning for the most part, except for a little thing here and there. So, what I want to say to you is, out of love for y'all, prepare. Don't wait. Too late. And then you have to decide you want to go assault someone because they have supplies and you don't. We're in a pandemic. It's going to get worse before it gets better. I agree with Anthony Fauci. Everyone should be hunkered down for 3 months. That virus would go away. Everyone would, That's what I wanted to say. Everyone hunker down. So we would all be better off. Just hunker down. I have been. I'm tired. I'm wore out. Maybe Gail said she's worried about me, And actually, I think for the rest of the week. Well, good morning, Mark. Good to see you. We have to wait, like I said, prepare for the worst. I agree. We need to hunker down. We don't need to focus on politics. What you guys need to focus on is stockpiling, preparing for the depression, because it's coming. Like I said, if airlines are asking for money to be bailed out again, then you got a true problem in this country. Literally. And if they furlough all these employees, unemployment goes through the roof. Like I said, the Republicans, I don't like them because they're basing everything off of jobs and other things. That's what I want to tell you all. Prepare. Stockpile what you can. If it ain't going to get any better, people, it's going to get worse. Everyone can see it. Even a blind man can see it. And her to attack the APS lady again. She needs to fucking wake up and smell what she's shoveling. That's the truth, Now that she's gone, I want to say something to you all. She's got to fucking own up to her fucking mistakes instead of throwing it back in my face saying I'm a rapist lover because she got raped by the neighbor. Like I said, the justice system doesn't work. I shouldn't be a fucking whipping post either. I mean, literally. So she fucking throws a fit. All because she thinks she's more female than anyone in the world because she wears makeup. And it's simple. She doesn't. She's not. There's a thing Pee-wee said to me once. Said something about gays. Chloe sounds like a gay person. Well, I hear her talk all the time about having African American penis and she loved it. I know Joe's always asking about that. I'm going to count spreadsheets now for a second. Let's see how many I got to do tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right, so I'm going to do one more, and that levels the playing field to 15 for the week. Not bad for an early morning run. You guys all know that I'm trying my best, because I'm just tired. I got schooling to do today, which, if you really want to hear me gripe about something, my father-in-law signed me up for something. And he turns around. I talk about politics more than anything. I got to call him tonight anyways, which is going to be a fucking crapshoot anyways. I just don't want to talk about politics. Anyways, he turns around and he tells me outright. He says, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be there today for the schooling because I have stuff to do. And that upset me because he enrolled me, and then he ain't gonna be there. He's got some Masonic crap to do, which, you know, everyone's like, oh yeah, yeah. So he's got to do that, and then Wednesday he's got a freaking Gideon meeting. Gideon, and it upsets me. And I told him last night. I said, well, I didn't get an email, so I'm good to go. Well, he emailed the guy running the course and said, Rita hasn't seen an email yet. She's giving up. She bought the book. She did all that. She's complaining. I frankly was looking forward to sleep. That was the honest given truth. Sleep. Instead, I get to go to bed after school, which means I'll be up at like 10 o'clock tomorrow night, or tonight, I mean. And then I go and talk to Poppy for an hour, and then I go back to bed, which really does a number on my sleeping schedule and does a number on my health. I mean, literally. The thing is I see the economy failing. He doesn't see it. I see a lot, and it's not good. I see so much shit happening in the next few months. We need to prepare, you know. Have to drink this to stay awake. So, anyways, with 15 spreadsheets, my schedule will be early mornings. Tomorrow morning will be the same. Then around noon tomorrow I will sleep. Wednesday will be the same because Wednesday is Wednesday, you know. And so that's the way I see it. So Wednesday will be the same. So how you doing, Mark? So, you know, I mean, I got plenty done today, so I'm breaking the spreadsheets down. But like I said, it's been a real number on me. I will run outside soon, even though I'm not supposed to, and run mail up. Chloe's going to be off at 2. I'm going to be 2 to, well, what's the schedule for Chloe today? So she was supposed to take the 8:05 ferry. And yet she wants tacos. Yet, you know, like I said, she was bitching about how her face wouldn't dry. So, you know. So I was kind of can't retrieve schedules. What the hell? So apparently I can't get the schedules? That fucking sucks. Once I retrieve my schedule, it says click here to try again. Nope. So it's not letting me check the schedule now, and I don't have a paper schedule. So, but anyways, Chloe's supposed to leave at like 2:05. So that gives me a chance to start my book I'm reading, which is this one, Proverbs. When I get through the preface and the chapter 1, I can go to be done with it and then be ready to go for schooling tonight, which the old man, he's not going to be doing any schoolwork this week. He's going to start next week, which pisses me off because he signed me up, and, you know, he royally is pissing me off, and I don't like it. I mean, literally. I like sleeping. I actually like to sleep when I like to sleep, you know, to avoid arguing with Chloe. This morning she asked me to wake her up, and I did. What a terrible mistake that was. She had lack of sleep, and she was bitching about, you know, other things. And to me, it was not cool, you know, but we need to not focus on, you know, that's something I deal with every day. What we need to focus on currently is, like I said, is not politics, not religion, but preparing for the worst. This isn't going to get better. You got two factions that work here, good versus evil. And I know what's good and I know what's evil. In my opinion, it's not good. It hurts me, you know. And with Christmas coming around the corner, I was hoping more supplies and Christmas presents, more presents under the tree. Chloe asked me for a new fishing rod, and that's not good, you know, not good at all. So, anyways, I'm hoping to get a little rest in, you know, um, on that aspect. I did some fact checking this morning, like I said, when it comes to Biden and firearms. I don't see much on it. I think it's just a bunch of malarkey. However, I'm tired of seeing the news of Donald Trump slinging shit at the Democratic Party. I mean, literally, his party is fucking at fault just as much as the Democrats, in my fucking opinion. And I'm sticking with my thing. The only way he's going to even win my vote is by doing right for the American people that are suffering without jobs and without money. All I see is prolonged division. Hey, that's cool. That is really cool. That picture I just saw. So that's how I see it, you know. And I do see something else to say. When I talk about stimulus checks, I talk about how Donald Trump can win. And frankly, right now is not the time to even think about it. I will check on something real quick though. Hey Google, how many days until November 3rd?
November 3rd, 2020 is in 50 days.
50 days, everyone. So there you go. There's what we have. We have to prepare for the worst. So, you know, some people are better than others. Tomorrow's my mother's birthday, so I will do a light round of spreadsheet tomorrow. And then the rest of the day, I will rest. I will rest up. So, but anyways, like I said, I did some light truth facting this morning on my phone and cross-checked a few things I needed to check, which was interesting because, you know, some of these things, like I said, the slinging falsities out for everything, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it, and I frankly don't give a shit. You know, because my family's outside of Portland, they're safe. You know, my cousin was on the front lines of the fire, I believe, is what I understand, working 15-hour plus. So I feel sad for him. But, you know, because I'm on an island right now, I could care less what happens to Seattle or Portland, for that matter. I don't care. Right now, I care about my health and my heart and heart health, not about everything else. I'm hoping by springtime I can get down to Oregon for a few months to go fly fishing with my cousin. That's a goal I'm planning this next year. I'm preparing to get him some gear so we can go fishing. That'll make life a lot better, in my opinion, and I can relax. And that'll be after the election, which means it's a good goal to work on. So, another thing I want to talk about is my new fly rod. Now, I should email the guy while I'm talking to you. I do got to email a couple companies real quick, anyways, for thoughts. You know.
So, anyways, there we go. There, I got an email company real quick. I want to focus on what I am passionate about, and that is preparing for my trip in spring. So I'm working on that right now. So good morning, Gail. I had a nice conversation with you. So I'm happy to report that you are good and well, you know. So, as I said to Gail, I thought about not doing a video this morning, but with what I've seen this morning through my news feed on the economy and going into a Great Depression, I thought I should share with you what I saw and heard so you guys can make a good decision if you want to stockpile or not. Dictator talking. You mean Donald Trump? You must be waiting for Donald Trump to be a dictator. Chloe calls him a dictator every morning, you know. But anyways, so like I said to you all, this isn't a channel about politics, you know. Now I know Gail just tuned in, so she's probably wondering what's going on with stimulus checks. So I better get this done so I can rest for at least an hour or two before school. So Stephen Mnuchin said this morning that he's hoping that the House and Senate can come together for a stimulus package because the American people need it and the airlines need bailed out. Unfortunately, the problem is the $484 billion skinny stimulus bill didn't pass at all. And so basically, if the Republicans don't want to give it due to the job numbers, and two is they think the economy's fine, that's Wall Street, by the way, you're not going to see another stimulus check. The only way that's going to happen is if there's an executive order by Donald Trump, which I can't see happening in the next 50 days. Maybe if they go back home in October, they might see a stimulus check done right before the election, but not beforehand. In the meantime, a lot of states are being sued for the rights to. A lot of management companies are suing the Trump administration to sue sue the Trump administration to evict these people that aren't paying rent. They think it's against their rights that they can't evict during a pandemic. So, anyways, so again, you know, that's what's going on right now. And, you know, so in the meantime, I don't think there's going to be any executive orders for stimulus checks. I also don't believe there's any more money. So, in my opinion, of course. But this channel is not about politics. This channel is going to be about whatever I talk about that's on my mind. And right now, I've seen a lot of shit. All right.
Another reminder.
All right. So when Chloe gets back, she's going to have a big phone call. So
This is a reminder. Call Northwest Justice.
There we go. So, anyways, like I said, they're hoping a stimulus package will be released today. Unfortunately, in my opinion, the Republicans won't budge because they think they got the Democrats over a barrel due to the fact that they're looking at jobs numbers and how the stock market's doing. The stock market isn't Wall Street or Main Street, so Main Street's hurting. No one's caring. So, my opinion is it's either these freeloading mooches get off their ass and don't look for another government handout, or these freeloading mooches lose everything they own because of it. Plain and simple. You know how it is. So, I'm going to finish this Pepsi. I see what you're saying. I thought you were talking about Donald Trump. No, I'm good this morning. Like I said, I'm a little tired. I got schooling to study soon. That's why I came on early to get this video done. Because, I needed to talk about the economy. That was more important than politics or religion or stimulus checks. And the stimulus checks won't even help raise the economy out of a recession or a double recession or even a depression because no one's buying anything. I mean, look, people get their stimulus checks and they're in subsidized housing and they owe and they could be evicted. They have to give their stimulus checks up. So do you think the government's going to even want that? What you're dealing with is a total problem of the country. We're not out of the woods yet, plain and simple, So, anyways, let's just grab him for a minute. Want to say hello to everyone? Yeah, look at him. Say something. Hello, everyone. My name is Ebony Bunny. Hi. What about that nose move? Look at that. Doesn't that cute? His nose moves. That's how he breathes. He breathes with his nose. I mean, the bunny is a complicated little creature. He eats and he poops, but he still gives a lot of love. Hi. Oh. Yeah, you got your hair tangled. You got your cloth tangled in my hair, little boon boon. This is one thing that I truly enjoy talking about is this bunny, See, I could talk about this rabbit over politics any day of the week or stimulus checks. I mean, look how he is. Bugsy, that is cool. Aunt Gail's got a bunny named neighbor that has a bunny named Bugsy, Ebony. Oh, come here. Yeah, that's a good boo. You got plenty of food and you got plenty of blackberries. We just picked some fresh blackberries recently. He's been munching on those. Anyway, so one of the things, like I said, I want to talk about, abs. No, don't hurt the mama. Come here. Well, you knocked over your food again, abs. Come here. There you go. So anyways, like I said to you all, we need to basically focus on the future. We don't need to focus on right now about politics or religion. What we need to focus on is preparing for the worst. And that means not spending money foolishly. Plain and simple.
And that's the thing, you know. I mean, I'm trying to plan for the future, you know. And that means preparing properly. So, you know how that is. Rabbit named Bugsy. Now, I'm going to check my book out real quick while talking to you guys. I want to see how much I got to read today. The introduction. I hate introductions. They're too long. Let's see. See, here's a quote in this book that's really good, everyone. This entire process of bringing order to apparent disorder takes time, but it's worth it to someone who envisions the big picture that will appear in the end. Amen. That's what I say. Amen. You know, they're talking about puzzles. Whole picture, whole puzzle. Yeah. Yeah. I gotta grab my toothpick for a minute. So, because the toothpick comes in handy also for cleaning under your nails. Look at all that fucking dirt. How the fuck does that get under my nails? Tell you that much. That's why they invented the toothpick, to clean your teeth and to pick it out of your nails. Yeah, I understand that. Cats sometimes don't like it, you know. Mm. The Book of Proverbs. It's a monumental life decision. The Proverbs affirm only those who fear the Lord are positioned on the path that will enable them to understand the wisdom. The primary way in which people fear the Lord bear witness they are walking with the Lord through consistency, God-honoring conduct. That's about a big amen there, you know. Practical wisdom and practical guidance. My guidance to you guys is to prepare for the worst. Like this, the range for more personally oriented matters. For example, taming one's pride and controlling one's anger. I'm trying to teach that to Chloe. So she basically likes to, you know, get angry at everything. There's always a way to do nice things politely. A, you can get combative with people, tell them they're full of shit. B, you can ignore the fuckers. Or C, you just don't add fuel to the fire. Don't give in. Keep your own opinions to yourself. Or D, you talk about it in a debateful manner. Yep.
The best righteousness is not to give in, you know. Training wheels. Interesting. Training wheel method. And then the balance method. Huh. I tell you, this is an interesting book, I tell you, people. Maybe I'll learn something. Person who is willing to hear with the eyes is already called wise. Well, I always hear with my ears. Hmm. You know, I was telling that to Gail last night. You know, you got to hear with your ears and listen carefully. You know, that's what I said to Gail last night. You know, got to listen with your ears. People don't want to listen anymore. They're all on their own fool's errand. Mm-hmm. I was telling that, you know. Yeah, well, there's a lot of people and animals that want their things their way, Gail. Life is, you can't have it always your way. You got to accept it as like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get, you know? Hmm. So that's the truth, you know? There we go. I like my Pepsi, you know? Wisdom comes at people that hear and listen and not, you know, everyone can be wise if they listen and they listen carefully and they debate carefully. So, you know how it is. I'm the boss. He will finish getting his hair cut. Well, yeah, that's the way you gotta be. You know, when it comes to sometimes animals are like that, you know. Here you go, Gail. Here's one for you. On the other hand, someone who is not teachable and lives according to his or her own human wisdom is considered a fool in Proverbs. Mm-hmm. Yep, I was just thinking of Chloe again. You know, Proverbs' constant call to listen does not necessarily relate to one's capacity of perceiving sound with the ear. You see that? That's just classic, you know. You know, this isn't a bad book, you know. Good. Hey, Mop, you go poo poo? Yep. So it's not a bad, interesting book, you know. Yep, this is an interesting one. Yep, good story about car accidents and seat belts. Yep. So, anyway, sorry if you guys think I'm boring. I'm just trying to finish this. This is really interesting. I'm speed reading, by the way. Yeah, Chloe could learn from this. Proverbs. It's about oral and written instruction, how to live life.
I might go to sleep.
Why?
More. You said I didn't need more sleep.
Well, yeah, you're being a bitch today. I might finish up here and put on my TV show and take snooze till school. Thanks to me, Poppy making me do this. Everyone needs their own Carl and Barbara, okay? That's an interesting one. Mm-hmm. All right, so I completed that. So, anyways, I got chapter 1 done for today. Not bad. Makes sense, you know. It's basically the direction of instructability, you know, teachability, acceptability, you know. Proverbs is an interesting reading experience. Apparently, there's a school course tomorrow morning at Proverbs 2 with the actual Bible. So the old man wants me to join since I don't sleep until noon to 1 in the afternoon. I should be able to do it, you know. Yeah, I'm just like, bleh. So, anyways, so that's how I see it. So, anyways, I'm quite happy this morning, content. It is early enough that I can look around and you know, figure out what's going on. I will be checking with my dad. Should do it now while I'm thinking about it. You know, about what's going on. So if I take a nap for an hour or so, I should be fine. And you know, because tonight I might try to do some more spreadsheets. There's 15 left. You know, as you guys know, I deleted this crap. Why is it in there again? Oh well, I'll take care of it this way. So the best bet right now is to not worry about crap going in your life. Like I said, don't dwell on religion, politics. Dwell on preparing for the worst. Hey, where's that thing? Oh, is that under updates? Yeah. I'm gonna ask this guy. I usually sign it as Reverend, but this guy here might just take offense to it. Because you know how these ministers types are. They think that they're privileged. So, anyways, I better get going since we're all good. I will try to log in a little later after school and check in with you guys, unless I take a nap. So, with that said, everyone, thanks for watching. Please check in with me later or check in tomorrow. In the meantime, just remember, this isn't a channel about politics. It's about my personal adventures, and I want to keep it that way, or what's going on. And if I come up with a stimulus idea, or something comes up on the stimulus spectrum, I will let you all know. So there you have it. So please add, subscribe, please post comments, please leave feedback, suggestion, hit the like, subscribe button, hold some funding for your family, including your dogs, your cats, your bunnies, your service dogs. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay tuned and hit the bell notification for new content every day. Thank you, and God bless you in everything you do. Chloe.